Hey, thank you for being here. My name is Rico. I'm a huge fan of the anime and manga solo leveling, and I decided to create and paint a 3D printed resin figure. Although I haven't been doing this hobby for very long, I wanted to document the process so you could join me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed. First, I needed a printable STL file, which I found on CG Trader. Please support the official creators and don't buy pirated files for cheaper on Etsy. The original creators don't benefit from that. Thanks. Some of the music I used in this video are made by other creators. I also link them in the description below. Let's print. After the printer finished the figure, there was quite a bit of post-processing to do. Unlike an FDM printer, this one prints in liquid resin that hardens with UV light. After breaking off the support structures, I placed the model in a basket that was submerged in a bath of isopropanol to remove any remaining resin. I needed to post-cure the model, which I did in a curing station. The model was exposed to UV light from all sides for a few minutes to ensure it was completely non-toxic and ready for sanding. Let's prep. Once the models were assembled, there were some gaps to fill to make them less visible later. I used a 2-part putty that hardens to a stone-like consistency, is paintable and easy to work with. I also sanded down the rough remnants of the support structures. With the major preparations done, I proceeded to a test assembly. The figure was massive and looked fantastic. Next I primed the base in grey, and as you can see it makes the gaps almost invisible. I painted the base foot black with a brush and dry brushed white and grey details. Then I needed to prime the rest of the model. Unfortunately, the model was too large for my spray booth, so I had to disassemble it for priming. I mostly used an airbrush for the statue, applying a black primer from Vallejo. I gave the model a good coat of primer. Now, let's paint. After priming, I began painting. I started with Egris, using a base purple tone and then going over the shadows with white to create a greater contrast with the black, which helped the subsequent colors cover better and created a glowing effect. I repeated these steps several times until I was satisfied. The same principle applied to Egris' chest and eyes. For the hair I applied a thick layer of white first because red covers black very poorly. I highlighted with yellow and added shadows with purple. The sword received a silver paint job and I masked off the center to minimize touch-ups with the brush. Finally, the shaded areas received a clear coat and it's done for Iris by now. Moving on to JIN, I painted the pants with a mixture of grey, black and white, base coating, mid-toning and highlighting just like the other parts. For the skin tone I used several base colors, working my way up from dark to light, and added a bit of purple at the end to enrich the saturation and avoid a flat look. I painted the sweater using several shades of blue to achieve the desired effect. For the daggers I used a Nile Scales metallic paint to give the blades a nice shine. Beforehand I masked off the arms to protect the skin tone from any overspray. The most challenging part was painting the eyes and the face. Anime characters have a distinctive style for their eyes, so I first painted them black and then added white to create a sort of a black rim. I followed the same process for the pupils. First black, then white, and finally turquoise blue. I had the great idea to use fluorescent paint that glows under UV light. It looks amazing, actually, like in the anime. Finally, I only had a few small touches left on the sweater, daggers and shoes. The daggers received the clear coat on the blades and then everything was assembled. I'm very pleased with the result and happy to have successfully completed the project. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment and a like. I'd really appreciate it. Bye bye and stay healthy. See you in the next one.